I hope I don't look too ill in this lighting, but we are back again, boys. It has been a minute since I hopped on the cam, but it's a great trade recap today. Currently, I'm up $3,700 on the day, so let's get into let's get into the trade. So it has been a minute since I hopped on the cam. Obviously, it was Christmas last week, and I just decided not to film anything. Only got into one trade, ended up losing it, but I only lost like $200. But this is the power of knowing how to trade. Look at this, man. 1.24 across 3 Express accounts. This is a 1 to 9 R trade. People might say, oh, why didn't you hold it all the way down to the bottom? And it's like, bro, I don't need all of that. I don't need it at the end of the day. This was a flipping late night trade. This is the first time I've traded Asia in God knows how long. Probably like the second time ever, if I'm honest. And I capitalized on it. I used all of my past market experience to make a profit. The account's looking like it's looking good, man. It's looking good. We had a nice little win streak here. Ended up breaking it last week on that small loss, but we made it back easily. So let's get into how I ended up taking this trade. So I honestly, before I get into the technical side of it, just gonna put it out there. I was sitting on TikTok at 12 o'clock. I ended up seeing this guy's live streams, some nuts trader. He's like 19, I think. He's called like Ants or something, Ants. And flipping, he had a 50K day on gold off of market open. He shorted gold on one Express account, 150K account, 50 bands. Are you mad? That just told me like, hey Herbie, you might as well look at the markets because you're up. Asia's going to open soon. I decided to look at them. Markets looked very nice. We had a lot of stack lows here. We had previous day low here, which was a daily fair value gap from last Thursday and Friday. And yeah, boys, let's get into how I ended up taking this 1 to 9 R trade. So if you know me, you know my model. My model is I trade the forever model. You might have heard it from Justin Wheeling, but it's basically just an SMT, a change in state delivery, internal manipulation, and a confident drawn liquidity. What do we have in this trade? We have an SMT with New York PM on Friday. ES and YM ended up taking this high, NQ did not. And from here, I'm looking for a CISD. Now, CISDs can either be a closure below the previous candle. So in a bullish environment, you're looking for the last bearish downwards candle. So you're looking for the last down close candle, which would be here. On the 1 minute, it would be here. You get the gist. So I just said, cool, we've had a 5 minute CISD, and from here I can see that we have got internal draws on liquidity being these 2 15-minute lows, and then we've got previous day low. On YM, we had an absolute rancid amount of stacked low resistance liquidity. Same goes for ES, and it was simple, man. It was purely simple. Our internal draws on liquidity being this 15-minute fair value gap, these 15-minute lows, and our external draws on liquidity being this previous day low, it just aligned for us to be bearish. So what I want to see after we've had a CISD and an SMT, I just want to see pure bearish price action. And I don't need to see a flipping like mad 200-point move to the downside. I just need to see price disrespect any chance of bullish price action. And what does that look like here? That is exactly what happened. We ended up having a lot of friction here after we broke the change in state delivery. And what you would want to see here is having this 15-minute fair value gap being a draw on liquidity. You just want to see it get absolutely decimated. If we are going to be bearish and we're going to shoot all the way down to this previous day low and have a beautiful Asia continuation, we are going to disrespect this 15-minute fair value gap. Now look, you can see that I didn't enter once this 15-minute fair value gap got inversed, but I didn't need to. I had all of the confirmation I needed. We have got an internal S&T. We have got an internal 5 minutes change in state delivery. We've got our confident draws on liquidity. And as soon as I see that we have tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap. So let's say this is a normal fair value gap. It's not an inverse. Let's just picture price being here and we're having a move to the downside. If we want to see bullish price action and reject higher towards these highs, follow me. We just want to see a pure like rejection to the upside, maybe break 1 minute structure and just have a continuation. But if we're bearish, in which we were, we've got our low resistance liquidity resting with our external draw being the previous day low. We want to see this 15-minute fair value gap just get disrespected. And that is exactly what happened. As soon as we tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap, we rejected to the upside, then we rejected to the downside. Now look, everyone who's expecting price to go to the downside, if you're trading a really internal model, having it be like maybe you see we've wicked into this 1 minute fair value gap. Maybe this is your model. You see it wick into the 1 minute fair value gap. You want to go short here, put your stop loss at the high, and maybe TP's at this low here or previous day low. Let's just picture that, man. Let's just picture that being our trade. Actually, probably not. Let's just picture it being this low. So cool. If you're moving it to this low, you want to have a break-even point at some point. What do we have? We ended up not taking this low, equal lows. We ended up not taking this low, but for some people, and for a lot of mechanical people, say people like Patrick or PB Blake, this is their model. They want to have a break-even point to reduce risk straight off the bat. They want to get in the trade, be out of the chance of having any loss from the trade, and that's it. They can let it run to full take profit, or they can lose nothing from the trade. So just follow me. This is where the catch is. If someone's break-even point is here, and they're aiming for this low, or this low, as soon as this low gets taken, they're moving their stop loss to break even. This is called seek and destroy. Seek and destroy is where price rejects into, usually it's OTE of the range. So whether it be equilibrium or OTE, which is 0.62, 0.705 and 0.79 of the range, you can see here, this is exactly what happened. If we draw out an internal fib, here's equilibrium, here's OTE of the range. You can see that our entry is here. I didn't draw an entry out here just because it retraced into it, but this is what it will look like. This is what it will look like. You can use this in your own trading. Price rejected into OTE of this level. It wicked up, didn't take out this high, it just continued to the downside. As soon as we see price continuing to the downside, sweeping out this relative equal low, I know that was a bit flipping, maybe a bit technical, a bit over technical, but this is just my thought process. As soon as we just carry on going to this equal low, it's like a confirmed draw for me, man. It is a confirmed draw for me. So I'm just looking for a retracement leg. As we're trading internal price action here, you can see that we're not breaking above, say, this high. We're not breaking this high. We're not breaking this high. So we can expect it to be a bearish downtrend. We haven't yet taken out any significant lows, so we have zero reason to manipulate to the upside to stop people out. So what do I see? I see that we fill this 15-minute fair value gap. People who want to go long are all getting manipulated. You might trade a model where you see a fair value gap get filled. So maybe the thought out fair value gap gets filled here and you want to just buy off of it. Everyone who sees this 15-minute fair value gap is getting manipulated, and that is because we're in bearish structure. Please follow me, and I hope this is understandable, because you can pick up a lot from seeing this in the markets, and whether it's me telling you, whether it's someone else telling you, it's going to be the same shit, man. But at the end of the day, you've got to see it with your own eyes on the live markets. But the thought process is easy. If we have a strong enough draw to the downside, this 15-minute fair value gap should get disrespected. It should get inversed. So if it doesn't, the trade wasn't meant to be. If price trades up all the way to this high or this high, it just shows that price or the trade wasn't meant to be. If it is there to be, it will have a continuation to the downside. You can see that we have kind of inverse this 15-minute fair value gap, getting that closure beneath. As soon as I see this, we've still got all of this drawn liquidities, all of these sell side marks on the chart. So cool. I'm entering short. My risk plan is risking $200 a trade. $200 a trade on each account. So totals out to $600. And I was like, cool. What is the point in me holding to this low, or this low? I want to get the whole shebang. So I ended up holding it all the way to previous day low because I was confident enough that price would trade into it. Got the entry, had my break even point, moved my stop loss to break even. I didn't move it to $20. I didn't move it to $30. I didn't move it to $40. I kept it at break even. It was all or nothing at this point because I wasn't risking anything. So cool, move it to break even. It almost stops me out. It doesn't stop me out. Has a flush move to the downside. Edges a lot of people here. And then the rest is history, man. The rest is history. And it was a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. I ended up taking it. I ended up entering at 1:30 in the morning. Exited at 2:30 in the morning. So it was a flipping nice day, man. It was a good day. It was a good day to be back. And honestly, I'm kind of feeling not even hopping on the markets for the rest of the week now. I'm not going to hold myself to that. If I do decide to, I will just be following my risk plan. I will just be risking $200. As we can see here, I had a 1 to 9. I was risking $420. I came out with it with 3.7K. So I'm not gassing myself. I just understand that if I'm detached in the environments, if I'm not attached to getting a certain result, if I just stick to the rules that I know will bring me success, then I will get there eventually. So I hope you learned something from this video. And if you got to the end, drop a subscribe because, man, I'm on a streak and I'm not going to end it. I've been in the gutters. I've been on my ass. I've been slapped so many times that I understand that it's my choice if I want to make the most of the skill that I've been teaching myself for the past 2 years. So I believe in myself and that you can learn something from me. You can see my journey and maybe you can get something out of it. So I appreciate all of you, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you the next day, but au revoir.